Urgent America's Team fan, look at what just happened. Nobody saw this coming, huh? But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we bring you daily videos with the latest your team news, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Cowboys trade for Jeanty Dream just made perfectly clear. The Dallas Cowboys' connections to Boise State running back Ashton Jeanty and the idea of trying to get him with the 12th overall pick in April's NFL draft? There are a lot of them. Besides that Boise State pipeline from Orlando Scandrick to Kellen Moore to DeMarcus Lawrence to Leighton Vander Esch, the Cowboys have long had an affinity for Boise players, and now comes new offensive coordinator Clayton Adams, who just so happened to be the Broncos' starting center for 2 seasons. There is the Frisco connection. Hez from here. He wants to be drafted here. Even he sees a connection. People say I'm a more explosive Emmitt Smith, he said at the Super Bowl LIX in New Orleans, so I'm going to go with that. The Cowboys' scouting department won't argue too hard against the notion, and that's saying something. Emmitt won 3 Super Bowl rings and set the NFL's all-time rushing record on his way to the Cowboys' Ring of Honor and the Pro Football Hall of Fame. But there is a problem, as just revealed by Cowboys COO Stephen Jones in a radio appearance on 105.3 The Fan. Jones says Dallas is far more likely to trade down because there is a volume of talent from about the number 10 spot to maybe the number 40 spot than it is to trade up. And the way these teams' boards are being built? To get Jeanty, the only way might be to trade up. Interestingly, it so happens that Emmitt himself is against this idea altogether. Seriously, Emmitt doesn't want the Cowboys to draft Jeanty. And why not? If he comes to the Cowboys right now, he's going to get beat up, Smith said recently. I don't think we're ready. We don't have the right mindset. We don't have the right commitments. No disrespect to Emmitt, but that's nonsense. Dallas needs great players, just as was the case when Emmitt was drafted here in 1990 to a team that had just finished 115. He helped the Cowboys get great. Jeanty could do the same, but not without a Dallas trade-up. A dreamy idea that just got killed. Pausing this news, just to say that if you want YouTube to keep recommending the latest America's Team news to you, it's very important that you leave a like on this video, thanks. Now let's get back to the news. Jerry Jones should get the Miami Dolphins on the phone before it's too late in a surprising development that has created buzz across the NFL landscape. Miami Dolphins star CB Jalen Ramsey is reportedly available for trade. While no deal has been made yet, several teams are expected to be in the mix, and one name keeps resurfacing: the Dallas Cowboys. With a need to bolster their secondary and a long-standing interest in Ramsey dating back to the 2016 NFL Draft, the Cowboys could finally have an opportunity to bring one of the league's elite defensive backs to Dallas. Jerry Jones should be on the phone with the Miami Dolphins right now. What could have been the connection between Jalen Ramsey and the Dallas Cowboys is no secret. Back in the 2016 NFL Draft, Dallas held the 4 overall pick, and Ramsey was one of the top prospects on their board. The Cowboys ultimately selected running back Ezekiel Elliott, a move that paid dividends over the years. However, Ramsey, who went 1 pick later to the Jacksonville Jaguars, remained a player the Cowboys reportedly coveted deeply. In the years since, Ramsey has consistently been linked to Dallas in trade rumors, from his departure from Jacksonville in 2019 to his eventual trade from the Rams to the Dolphins in 2023. Each time, Dallas was mentioned as a potential landing spot, but never pulled the trigger. With the Dolphins now listening to offers, this might be the Cowboys' best and final chance to land the all-pro cornerback. Proof is in the pudding. Jalen Ramsey's track record speaks for itself. A 6x Pro Bowler, 3x first-team All-Pro, and a Super Bowl champion, Ramsey has been one of the NFL's premier shutdown cornerbacks since entering the league. Known for his physicality, instincts, and versatility, he can lock down elite receivers on the outside, slide into the slot, or even play safety when needed. Even in an injury-shortened 2023 season, Ramsey made an immediate impact for Miami upon his return. He recorded multiple interceptions, demonstrated elite coverage ability, and brought veteran leadership to a young and aggressive defense. His presence helped elevate the Dolphins' pass defense to one of the league's better units. At 30 years old, Ramsey still has gas in the tank and the kind of high football IQ that allows elite corners to age gracefully. He's not just a name, He's still a game changer. He fits like a glove for the Cowboys. The potential fit is almost too perfect. Dallas already has an excellent young corner in Trevon Diggs and a rising star in Darren Bland, who led the league in pick sixes in 2023. Adding Ramsey would give the Cowboys one of the deepest and most dangerous secondaries in the NFL once Diggs returns healthy from rehabilitating his knee. The move would also help Dallas combat the high-powered passing attacks of the NFC, including the San Francisco 49ers and Detroit Lions teams they struggled against last season. Ramsey's ability to shadow top receivers and his playoff experience would be invaluable on a team desperate to make a deep postseason run. Additionally, his leadership and attitude could bring an edge to a defense already full of swagger. Under DC Matt Eberflus, Ramsey could be deployed in creative ways, potentially even reviving some of his hybrid safety corner roles to keep offenses guessing. Is there enough pie? Of course, acquiring Ramsey won't be cheap. The Dolphins will likely want premium draft capital or a mix of picks and players in return. They shouldn't, though. His mix of age and owed salary should bring the cost considerably down. Ramsey will be due $5 million in 2025 after the Rams already paid him a $4 million roster bonus. Dallas has the cap room, but do they have the guts? The Cowboys, notoriously conservative in big-name trades under their current front office strategy, would have to be willing to break from tradition. However, with their Super Bowl window wide open and the NFC up for grabs, this could be the time to go align. The verdict is in Jalen. Ramsey on the trade block is big news, and for the Dallas Cowboys it represents a chance to correct a nearly decade-old what-if from the 2016 draft, with a history of interest, a scheme fit, and a glaring need. For more veteran star power on defense, this might finally be the perfect time for Dallas to make its move. If they do, Ramsey could be the final piece that turns a playoff team into a true Super Bowl contender. And now, America's team fan, I want to hear from you. What's your opinion on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I don't know if you know this, but your opinion matters a lot for your team. He'll be back any moment with more America's team news. How about them Cowboys?